Okay, so let's shift gears just a smidge. Let's talk about the story development that we do inside of game design. What do we do to tell the story that we want to happen? Now, thinking back, what is your favorite, and I'm going to bring up the chat here so I can see what's happening. Yes, where all the number is? Yes, there we go. There's my chat. Yay! Okay, now I can see. So, thinking back, what was your favorite game that you've played? Game or game series? What's the favorite game? Nobody has a favorite game. Yes.
Undertale.
Undertale. Okay. What else?
Zelda.
Legend of Zelda. I'm sorry?
Dying Light.
Dying Light. Detroit Become Human. I haven't played that one.
It's a Quantum Dream game.
Okay. Fallout New Vegas, Pokemon Soul Silver, Lego Star Wars, Pokemon Diamond, The Last of Us. What else? That's it. Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. Minecraft. Okay. So we got a lot of diversity here in different styles of games. Why were these good games to play? What made it a compelling game that you kept coming back and spending hour and hour playing these different games?
I guess for me, the different choices you can make to like change the story. There's not one set choice. You can choose
It was an interactive story. It was a choose your own adventure. It was a story that I had control, and if I made one choice in the game, it had a direct impact on what was going to happen later on in the game. I think that really the impact of your choices affecting the environment and affecting the story really started coming into play with Final Fantasy VII. It was one of the first games that the choices you made and the things that you did in different cities directly impacted that city. You know, you go out and you wipe out crime, come back later on in your adventure, and the city is prosperous and doing great. In another, you replay it and didn't take out crime in a city, left, come back, and it was all shambles. You know, it was seedy, and there was crime all over the place, and people were afraid to live there. So the impacts of being able to choose your own story, choose your own adventure. You know, when I was young, you know, back in the dark ages, we didn't have lights or anything. It was just fire. And we were excited when we discovered fire. But we had these flip books. And within the book, it was a choose your own adventure. You know, you're exploring the dungeon, and you come up and you've got the choice of going down the hallway or going to the left or the right. And if you go to the left, you go to page 7. If you go to the right, go to page 12. And so you'd skip ahead, and there was a new set of, here's what you encountered in the description. So it was the very first choose your own adventure, non-digital version. And that really sparked a whole idea of what if we could do this electronically? The whole choose your own adventure for deciding how I wanted to do this. A few years ago, I taught, when I was teaching the ITC 110 class, we had a group that made a digital version of Choose Your Own Adventure. And it was like the books, but you could select it and it took you to the next thing. And it was all text-based. And it came out to be very good. Generally, we expect those, I'm walking around throughout the environment, and it's already automatically making those decisions as I go through this. So the Choose Your Own Adventure really did help spawn what we're doing today in game design and doing this. I've even seen kind of a Choose Your Own Adventure on YouTube. If you think I should do this, click on this video. If you think I should do this, click on this video. And so they made a Choose Your Own Adventure video to run on YouTube. And it was fairly well done. They did a good job of doing that. You know, it's a lot more work to do a story like that, but it did create a lot of entertainment for that. So let's talk about what we can do in our storytelling. What's one of the worst games you ever played and actually played it? Spore. Oh my, yes. Spore. Yeah. Good example. What else? Bad games. Nobody's played bad games other than Spore.
I never play Spore. You'll get stuck.
Spore's just, yeah, the concept was great. The implementation was just not there. Yes.
Any movie-based game?
Movie-based games tend to be bad. Yes, that's just, yeah, it's done. Force Unleashed 2, Paper Mario Sticker Star.
Never heard of that one, actually.
I've not played that one. Jedi Fallen Order. Anybody played that? So other examples. Usually what makes a game poor or not fun to play is that it's lacking in story content. I think the problem with Spore was their vision was, it was too big. It was just, they were trying to do too much, and it just did not come through the way it needed to. The first Witcher, it was a little rough, but I think that was more player mechanics. Yeah. But by the time they got to Witcher 3, it was really good. So, which is something to remember if you're coming up with an idea for a game design, a storyline. Even if the first version's not good, keep working on it. The second version, yes. Aliens, Colonial Marines. I never played that one. That was bad. Okay. So the important thing that we need to have when we're doing storytelling, when we're creating games, is that it's got to include an invocation of emotion. I think The Last of Us is probably the most recent version of a game that does a great job of invoking an emotional. You know, I've got a great job. My research is I have to go play games. It's a rough job, but somebody's got to do it. Just saying, you go into and same with the movies. You know, I'm also on the cinematic side. So, well, honey, I've just got to watch this new movie that came out, and we're just going to have to buckle down and watch the movies. And sorry, it's just part of the job responsibility. So if you go into this field of game design or creating movies, you're just going to have to keep up with the industry and watch what's happening.